boys, it is me, AI porn advocate here. How are you? I'm pretty good. What's going on? You boys probably know that I never cover Amazon builds here, and mainly because there is piss all to Theorycraft. Let's be honest. It's kind of difficult. Like, if we're looking at the skills, you've got passive and magic skills, which you can't really do much in terms of, specific gear and building towards. Bow and crossbow is literally you're forced into a bow and a crossbow, which limits the amount of gear slots you can use, right? And there's not any good bow and crossbows out there, I'm not gonna lie, they're kind of garbage. And if we look at javelin and spears, you're kind of locked into javelin and spears, which are even more limited in selection for good options than bow and crossbow. So that's why I don't really touch it. And I hopped on stream, I think last week or so. A few of you boys may have caught that. I wanted to dive in and see if I can make some type of alternative Amazon build that I don't hate. It's not the best, it's shit. You can't really make more meta builds in this game, it's been out for 2 decades, so dampen your expectations, boys, okay? But what we ended up coming up with is a dual dream jab and fend zom. So this is an alternate route instead of feeling like you have to go through this, down this side of, lightning bolt. Charge strike is absolutely crazy, along with lightning strike too. So fend and jab, we're going to use that as our main output and then get elemental damage from other sources, which you are going to get from the following. Thunderstroke, 20% chance to cast level 14 lightning on striking, along with 2 wisps. So we've got another 10% and then another 10%. Do the maths, boys, because I failed that in school. We've got 10 plus 2 plus 10, and I'm just going to loop my music back on without restarting my video because I don't care anymore. Play. 40%. 40% chance for lightning on attack, which is not too high. But we got lightning damage from Dream, another Dream, and then amping that up with a decent plate with sufficient attack speed. Okay? There's the build. Let's get into it, boys. Okay? Level 99 template character, decent strength and dexterity to pump that shit up the wazoo. That's happy chappy. Everything else in vitality, it is reasonably low, so is our life pool. So we need to get more life from skillers and things. I've just got passive and magic skills in here for now. I could take these out and put small lightning damage, small charms, but I thought I couldn't be bothered making them, and I did kind of need the life anyway, because on Switch we do not have CTA, we have teleport from Naja's Puzzler. We'll get back to that in a sec. Now, skills. So, skills, I said we are going into Fend and Jab. Fend is pretty well when we are covered by targets, when we are surrounded, so we can teleport in, when there's, I'd say at least about, maybe 3 to 5, I probably want, more than 4 mobs around us, then we'd fend that shit first, okay? When there is less mobs, when we've got single target, finishing a pack, champion, elite, or bosses, jab is what we're going to be going for, okay? More hits in succession, and that is exactly what the Act 2 Mercenary has as well. Multiple hits in succession. So, maxing those 2 out. Impale, Passive magic skills. Now, down here we've just got 1.1s across the board, and ended up pumping into Valkyrie. That seemed a bit more, worth it in my opinion. Penetrate, maxing that out because we don't really need the other ones, which is Pierce, which is going to be slapping boys, right? So we might as well bump the attack rating up. Critical Strike. This has severe diminishing returns, so we are stopping at base 9 with our set amount of plus skills at 68. You can see next level increases it to literally nothing, so there's no point. And bow crossbow skills is nothing. So this does leave us 14. We can mess about, we can put in a few other things. Valkyrie gets more points from decoy, more life, so we can just amp more into that. Now let's get into the gear. We'll summon Valkyrie on Switch because I said we're using a Naja staff. That gives us teleport, faster cast rate. We put a rune in there just to give us a bit more res on Switch when we do tally in towards packs. Very small. And yeah, this is our main set. Thunderstroke, we've got 20% chance to cast level 14 lightning. That is adding on to our 2 wisp, which is kind of fun. So all the lightning damage you're going to see is not from something like lightning strike, it is from this. It's a cool little workaround. It's not as good as lightning strike, but I find it kind of fun. We've got an alternate way to play. There was nothing else that really compared to this slot. We've got 4 jab and spear skills, adds a decent amount of damage, you know, on jab and fend, and it gives us a good chunk of lightning damage and minus 15 lightning res. So it was very hard to switch out alternates for that. It's sick. Okay, we've got 2-piece dream. You know, 2-piece. I say that like it's a set bonus. We got 2 dreams. Okay, boys. We got shield. We got a cute little helm. If you want, I couldn't be bothered remaking this shield. I don't know where my other one is right now. But this heavy tower shield, it actually has more of a deficit to your run speed. So if you want to make it in something like a kite shield, you'll run ever so slightly faster if you care about that sort of thing. So that's something to keep in mind if you're making any other character that doesn't have teleport and you need to maximize your run speed. Now, the rest of our gear, we have a plate here, which is kind of unique. We've got 3 facets in here, along with an increased attack speed gel specifically, to make sure we've got reasonable frames that we're hitting on fend as well as jab. Now, we can get more attack speed from somewhere else, but I chose to get that here, because here is the rest of my gear, boys. I need dual leech on something, because I cannot get it on my rings when I'm using Wisp Projector. So we got increased attack speed covered in our chest, so then we're not forced into Cat's Eye or High Lords. We can get that in here, +2, a little bit more run speed. And then we've got that alongside our 2-piece deaths, which you boys always see here, because I love that shit more than I love myself. Let's be real. Cannot be frozen. All res, more lifesteal. 30% increased attack speed. Gore Riders gives us a bit more run speed, a little bit better chunky damage on, you know, high life elites and bosses, and that's kind of the gist of it, boys. Okay, a little bit of damage charms I had lying around, res to get me up to the tippy top, and then we got Crack the Heavens, Annie, Torch. We got random attack damage things sitting in there with passive and magic skills because I needed a bit more life and whatnot. Mercenary is sitting at your standard Blessed Aim, Infinity setup, Fortitude, and Endariel's pretty reasonable. Pretty reasonable, boys. Now, let's hop over somewhere and start. We're going to start on P1. On Switch, we get 1 more plus skill towards Valkyrie, so we might as well use that. And let's tally in and show you how this kind of works, huh? Find me a group. Oh shit, there we go. Nice. The sheet damage looks kind of low, but it does pretty well, boys. I find it very entertaining seeing all the lightning pop out. I know, it's pretty much the same as like Lightning Strike. This is a more expensive and worse Lightning Strike Zon. I won't lie to you, boys. I don't hate it though, and that was my goal going into theory crafting something like this. And I think I only have like 1 other Amazon build on this channel. Oh, look at that. I think there's only 1 other one I covered. Let's have a wander around Canyon, eh? That's very fun. I think there is less lightning immunes in one of these, so let's have a hop in and have a look. Fend is fun. I'd say a little bit underrated, but it's kind of difficult to use, you know. Yeah, Amazon has horrible faster cast rate frames. I don't know, boys. I'm just not super excited about the Amazon in general. Now I feel like Dobrunsky talking about the Barbarian, you know? I should make some more Amazon stuff though. I'll try to if, you know, I get some time. So if you guys have some ideas or some weird Amazon stuff you want to see me try, or just at least dive into, if you've got a lead, then let me know. Let me know. Chuck some comments down below, I might have a look. But for the time being, this is what we have here. We have a non-budget Lightning Strike Amazon. I'm going to hop to another area just to switch it up. I kind of want to change the player count. Let's go players 4. And I want to go over to Darkwood. Because it's nice and dark over here, so when the lightning procs, it looks kind of cool. It's like, pew. I don't know. Small brain. easily excited. I don't hate the Naja staff on Switch. I thought I would hate it more. I guess this is because I'm playing offline, so I don't need to worry about repairing it as much. You know, now that I actually said it out loud, that probably is exactly the reason. So if I was building that online, maybe I would hate it entirely. But yeah, don't sleep on Naja's puzzler if you boys are playing through and you find that. I wonder if I find that next ladder. That'd be quite handy to switch through, you know. Teleport staff, underrated. Not just the speedrunners that should use it. Well, boys. Where should we finish off? Part of me doesn't want to go to Act 5, Frigid Highlands, because it takes ages to load. Let's go to Travancore and try not die. Okay? Oh. Might need to go through Jab. Yeah. Let's jab these boys down. More lightning damage small charms would go pretty hard on this, I think. If I did go that route, I feel like I would drop one Wisp, get Mana Leech, and then just go 4 facets in the chest instead. That would be a better way to go, because you'd want just every single +% to lightning skill damage to amp the charms if you did have like big charms like that. I have seen them in a few other videos. Who's healing over here, boys? Oh, hello. There we are. Not every build needs to be super crazy, okay? We can have fun in this game. But, you know, for the record, I don't recommend making this build, boys. I'll be honest. Play as full Trav, look at this. I'm gonna finish it for the video, because it'd be weird to just quit halfway through Trav. There we go. And we got a Fallon Rune to finish it off. It's pretty sick. Here we go, boys. This is your non-budget Lightning Strike Song. Here we are. Jab, Fend, Dual Dream. 40% chance lightning on striking. Completely unreasonable. I don't recommend making it, but hey, it's fun to play for at least a short while. See you, boys.